The whole theme across the day is effective collaboration and communication. This is about people, and it's about enfranchising people in the things that we care about the most. I think one of the themes that's central to everything we've talked about across the day is that clarity of shared purpose. And there are a couple of obstacles to ensuring clear shared purpose. It's oftentimes not, do we have one? We often do, but sometimes we fail to account how people receive that and how they are thinking about that. So part of it is understanding that even as we clarify what it is we're trying to accomplish, we put ourselves in the shoes of those on our teams, we put ourselves in the shoes of those with whom we're trying to communicate, to understand how that's landing on them, and to craft our approach to forging a collaborative dynamic, to tailor our approach to communication with that in mind. The discipline and skill, I would argue, at the heart of that is, for lack of a better term, empathy. Putting ourselves in the shoes of the other, hearing it from their perspective, and it is very, very exceedingly difficult to do. We have our world, we have our stressors, and it's difficult to put ourselves in the shoes of another, and when we're so blinded by our own perspective at times and our own biases. So part of that is ensuring that no matter what, we have that clarity of shared purpose at the heart of every communication and part of every team dynamic. No matter what you're doing, you can't go wrong by ensuring that you're focused on creating that clear sense of shared purpose. It will help you to stay away from those edges of too much focus on activity versus participation, definitionally, keep you away from those margins. And in terms of communicating with individuals, will ensure that you are communicating not only in a way that resonates with them, but in a way that drives toward that common ground. So that's I think the theme that I would emphasize most across the day is this idea that whether we are forging a collaborative dynamic or communicating with individual stakeholders, that we keep in mind that strong sense of shared purpose. Another theme that I would emphasize across the day is trust. Trust, respect, transparency. You want people to follow you. You want people to come with you on this journey, wherever it is you're going. And when we find ourselves in a collaborative dynamic where people don't feel safe, they don't feel as though they are free to speak their mind, when we are communicating with people and for whatever reason they don't feel they can trust what we're saying, that's something that we can take responsibility for, in the sense that it will leave us short of our goal if not corrected. That's a theme that we're going to continue to voice and to emphasize across the remainder of this series as we talk about managing talent, operations even. All of this, salient to all of this, is this theme of trust and ensuring that we have that strong level of trust across this group and across those on our teams as well. Let me stop there. Thoughts, questions, reflections on anything across the day? Yes, sir.
I just thought that this exercise today was very, very valuable. Wasn't sure what was going to go on coming into one of these meetings, but I thought it was very valuable. I think all of us here, we are leaders of this institution, and there's going to have to be a lot of change going on as we move forward. And I think that if we all take these tools as we go into meetings, we can talk to each other about, this is a fact finder, this is an architect person. I think that we're going to be much more effective as we move forward. But I think it's going to take an effort to think of these things as we're going through and not get back to our old routine and just moving forward as we've done in the past.
Yes, thank you for saying that. In the abstract, it's very clear how this can make us more effective and ideally even save us time. In the near term, it's doing things differently. It's being uncomfortable a little bit, and there's some upfront effort that's required. I can't begin to tell you, because I've seen this happen again and again and again across hundreds of organizations and thousands of leaders. Those who commit to doing things differently and taking that care with each and every communication in a team context or in an individual communication, I can't even begin to tell you the exponential value that comes from each and every one of those interactions.